So Manchester City folk are overdue some uplift, some sustenance. 2 successive defeats, 2 months and more without a home league win. No club demands more of itself than this, the champion club. Edison's pass was poor, and Kulusevski pounces! And Tottenham still! And Pep is on his knees. What next? Whatever next. And still Kane. And thrust in! By Emerson Royal! Spurs are blinking this back! Can it be? 2 goals in no time, on the cusp of half-time. And for Manchester City, it's a long way back. And Pep Guardiola's champions, 8 points behind the league leaders, find themselves 2 goals behind the neighbours of those leaders. And City have a task on their hand. Manchester City are truly obliged here. Riyad Mahrez around Perisic. Mahrez, Grealish. Alvarez! The champions punch back! A World Cup winner's goal. There is your mood changer. And believe me, you can feel the change of mood. City are in it again. Mahrez for Rodri. And Rodri for Mahrez. Haaland! The heavyweight bounces off the canvas. The champions back in the battle. On behalf of Pep Guardiola, Erling Haaland has his first goal of 2023. Mahrez, and Perisic is committed and out of it. It's Riyad Mahrez! That's just stunning. Manchester City in microcosm. In less than a quarter of an hour, the lengthiest journey from utter despair to elation. That's what champions are made of. Thrust forward by Edison, and here is Riyad Mahrez! The man of a magnificent Manchester City moment. He's made it happen all by himself. When he shines, he truly glitters, Riyad Mahrez. He's a delicious footballer, and he has restored to a face that frowned that broad Catalan grin. The Algerian conjurer. The performance of a champion club. A club that despises the concept of defeat. A club that stared at a desperate deficit and then laughed in its face. Manchester City trailed at half-time by 2 goals on the cusp of the break, but they came out for the second half and reminded us of who they are. Manchester City, magnificent. Of course, the champion's pennant still flies. There is no room here, Rebecca, for a white flag. Manchester City are going nowhere fast. Welcome one and all at Old Trafford this mild autumnal Sunday. The delicious, evocative flavour, the sweet, nostalgic hint of how it once was. Manchester United and Arsenal in a moment when, as of old, they are both expecting to win. In all its ancient grandeur, Old Trafford effervescent and zealous for one of the special games. Away from Gabriel, here's Sancho. Rolled up for Marcus Rashford. One more here for Anthony! Instant star of the Stretford end! Take a bow, new boy! You are a red on day one! That's my boy, Erik ten Hag. Weight off young shoulders. One of them from the off. So Old Trafford has a new pin-up boy. His name is Anthony. He has established the lead over Mikel Arteta's Arsenal, who, remember, to this point are perfect this season. Manchester United unbeaten in 119 Premier League games when they've led at half-time. But half an hour's business to do first, and Jesus is through, and Saka scores! And Arsenal have parity! They've been banging at the door, and now they prise it open. And the Gunners in that corner are bouncing up and down. Bruno Fernandes, beautiful ball. Marcus Rashford's onto it. And Rashford scores! Old Trafford triumphant again. Marcus Rashford is himself again. That is the player we remember. And that is how it feels in the Stretford end, and that is how it feels to be Marcus Rashford again. An apparently renascent talent. Christian Eriksen homing in on goal and finding Rashford! Face to face with a buoyant Stretford end. This could be the downing of the Gunners at last. Perhaps a relaunch of United. Manchester United motoring, going places, seemingly ready to be big-time players again. A part of it, in the right part of the table. Mikel Arteta faces up to defeat for the first time this season. All good things must come to an end. Arsenal's run has been very good, but it is terminated. And whilst they still look down from the top of the Premier League table, they look at a Manchester United team which is wreathed in smiles, from the new boy to the established. It was Anthony, $1 million worth, who set them on their way, and Rashford, after Saka had equalised, who took them home. Winners here by 3-1. Tottenham at a point of deep uncertainty, clinging to the fringes of the top four, grappling for their right to a say in the biggest conversations of them all. And there are 60,000 of their people here, terrified at the prospect of what Arsenal just might do. Saka can drive at him. Bukayo Saka! It's dropped in! And Arsenal, amid Spurs' bemusement, have snatched the lead. Amid, you would think, Lloris embarrassment. It's a horror. Longley in reverse. And Ødegaard alongside. Martin Ødegaard has pinned it into the bottom corner. And Arsenal are dreaming. They are dreaming big. Feels like a fading away from the relevant end, the real big business end of the Premier League. Get the Arsenal party started. You will struggle to stop it tonight. They have won on enemy territory for the first time in the better part of a decade. They have left their neighbours far away, and indeed they leave Rebecca, the chasing pack, far away. 2-0 winners at Tottenham, and 8 points clear. The day in North London on which history and nostalgia collide thrillingly with the here and now. Arsenal United 2023, as once it always did, it feels like the game. Get through either, and here is Rashford. Marcus Rashford has rifled it in! That is a smashing goal for Manchester United. Boy, that was fierce. Erik ten Hag celebrates again, a moment from his main man. Ødegaard whipped in for Nketiah! In a flash, the Gunners shoot back. This is one defiant bunch. The boss's view. Have we got a game here?
We have.
Bukayo Saka! Oh! That is a diamond of a goal! How that boy glitters! Now that, Lee, that is special.
It is.
This guy never stops surprising you. To think he is so young, to think there is so much to come, to think what he has already been through. Floated in by Eriksen, Ramsdale through the crowd. 2-2! Lisandro Martinez has flung his frame at it and propelled it beyond Ramsdale into the top corner. United had a lead in the first half, which lasted 6 minutes. Arsenal have had a lead in the second half, which has lasted 6 minutes. And on the hour, we are back where we started. Outside of whom is Zinchenko. Ødegaard, it's in! Little touch on the line from Nketiah. Bang on 90! Those are the moments! That is a massive moment! One deft touch from Eddie Nketiah, and right at the death, the leaders have snatched it, and by millimetres, Arsenal pull away again at the top. You wonder, truly you wonder, just how much that means. This could be defining. Boy, that matters. How much one little touch from Eddie Nketiah mattered. Mikel Arteta's dreams are solidifying. Eddie Nketiah's star is rising. Arsenal's belief is ballooning. Their momentum is compelling. A beautifully crisp blue sky February afternoon in London town, and just 17 days since last they met, you are very welcome at a prompt reunion of Tottenham Hotspur and the chasing champions Manchester City. Rodri, he's given it away to Højbjerg, and here's Kane! He sits on Tottenham's loftiest perch, beyond even the great Greaves. Spurs' most lavish scorer of all time. He has dared and he has done. 2, 6, 7 and 200 in the Premier League. It settles no arguments. Greaves is no less great than ever he was. Those flickering black and white images will never go away. But Harry Kane, in glorious Technicolor, has gone beyond him. He is at the very top. He flies with the cockerel itself. He is special. He wasn't always the most gifted. He had to begin humbly. He had to learn. He did it from a low base, and now he has reached Spurs' highest high. King Harry has slain the champions. Manchester City's day of opportunity comes to naught, thwarted as they have been by one swish of Tottenham Hotspur's most famous boot. Harry Kane, now Tottenham's greatest scorer of all time, and this time at the expense of Pep Guardiola and Manchester City. A lot of the season still to play. Grealish was impish, was fun to watch. Haaland insufficiently involved. But when Kane's key moment of involvement arrived, he delivered as he had 266 times before. A famous win for a famous club for one famous man. 1-0 Spurs.